Hey, welcome or welcome back. Do you ever feel like playing a classic DOS game but don't have time to sink into a 40-hour dungeon crawl? Well, you're in luck, because today we're looking at 10 DOS games you can finish in under an hour. Perfect bite-sized adventures for your lunch break. And stick around, because at the very end I've got a special game that bends the rules just a little bit. First up, it's Dangerous Dave. Designed by John Romero before he co-created Doom, this little platformer has you guiding Dave through 10 short levels, grabbing a trophy at the end of each, while avoiding monsters and hazards. The levels are quick, tight and old-school challenging, but you can get through the whole thing in under an hour once you know the tricks. It's fun because it's pure arcade action, no filler, just you, a jetpack and a bunch of angry monsters. Sometimes a snack too, because all good games benefit from having a snack while playing. If you only have 30 minutes but want to blow up an alien fleet, Galactix is the game for you. It's a stage-based blaster, so you know, waves of enemies, bosses and one more run energy, rather than traditional vertical scrolling shooter. Set waves come thick and fast, but the stages are short and you can run through the entire game in about an hour. It's satisfying because it nails the one more run arcade feel without requiring an all-nighter. So if you like shooters, this one's a no-brainer. And it also requires very little brains to play, so you know, it's kinda fitting. Here's one that really shows off the multimedia craze of the early 90s. Dog McCree is a live-action shooter ported to DOS from the arcades. You play as the mysterious stranger, cleaning up a Wild West town by shooting outlaws in quick-draw sequences. It's short because it's basically a string of interactive movie clips, but what makes it fun is the cheesy acting, goofy deaths and novelty of the real actors in your DOS game. And even if you are likely to finish it in under an hour, you'll remember the cringe performances forever.
Thanks, stranger.
Driving games don't get much more accessible than Lotus 3. Each race is only a couple of minutes long, and the game gives you a built-in track generator, letting you whip out new circuits instantly. A full session can be as short as you like, or as long as much time you're willing to invest in it. Either way, you could easily run through a set of races in under an hour and feel like you've actually achieved something. What makes it fun is the speed, the great Amiga-inspired soundtrack and the feeling that you can hop in and out at will without any grind. Want a life simulator but don't have a lifetime to spare? Jones in the Fast Lane is Sierra's satirical board game take on the game of life. You work jobs, study, earn money and try to fulfill your personal goals while competing against AI opponent Jones. A single playthrough can be wrapped up in less than an hour, especially if you set your goals modestly. It's hilarious in 2025 because of the cheeky cringe animations and the way it captures everyday struggles in a tongue-in-cheek way without taking up your whole weekend.
Congratulations.
Ah, the legendary Prince of Persia. With just 60 minutes on the in-game timer, the whole point is to finish it in under an hour. And while I never did, I know that you definitely had because you're an Omega gamer. In case you forgot about it though, let me remind you what it's all about. You guide a prince through deadly traps and guards to rescue the princess before the time runs out. The platforming is precise, the animations are still impressive today, and beating the clock feels like a genuine accomplishment. It's one of those rare games where short is built directly into the design. Before Lara Croft raided tombs, there was Rick Dangerous. The British-made platformer stars a fedora-wearing adventurer dodging traps and blasting enemies in a very Indiana Jones-inspired adventure that's equal parts cheeky as it is cruel. It may be tough as nails, but each level is compact and skilled players can wrap it up in about an hour. Now, to be clear, I'm not one of those players, but I've definitely saw a few. The fun comes from mastering the tricky patterns, and the cartoonish deaths make it feel less punishing. Well, at least for the first 20 times, cause after a while you do get that Souls-like vibe from it. Another interactive movie classic. Dragon's Lair is famous for its gorgeous Don't Bluff animation and infamous for how short it is. which in the context of this particular video is actually great. Each scene is just a quick-time event where you guide Dirk the Daring past yet another instant death hazard. Play perfectly and you see the whole game in well under an hour. Come to think of it, it's probably closer to around 15 minutes. Dragon Slayer is still fun because it feels like you're playing a cartoon, and while it's shallow, no reason to dance around the subject, it's also one of the most iconic short experiences in gaming history and a perfect title to turn the noggin off and let the muscle memory do its magic. If you want a sports game that doesn't demand days of practice, Summer Challenge is a perfect pick. You compete in Olympic-style events, so hurdles, archery, cycling, kayaking and more, and each event only takes a few minutes, so even running through all of them back-to-back barely touches the 1-hour mark. The fun is in trying to master each minigame-specific controls and having impeccable timing, and it's especially entertaining with friends where an entire tournament still won't eat up a whole evening. Well, unless all of you suck on repeat events, then yeah, it will kinda drag. Here's one for the adventure game fans. Future Wars by Delphin Software is a point-and-click sci-fi journey in which you travel through time to stop an alien invasion. Unlike Sierra or LucasArts' adventures, it's surprisingly short. Once you know the solution, you can blitz through the entire game in under an hour. Unless you're like me, that is, and have notoriously picky memory storage controller that decides on its own what's worth memorizing and what's not. What makes Future Wars fun is the atmosphere, detailed backgrounds, moody music and the sense of early cinematic storytelling. It's a compact adventure that doesn't overstay its welcome.
Hello, worldwide travel. Keep your eyes open so you don't miss the view.
Okay, here's the twist. Carmen Sandiego Deluxe isn't a game you can beat in under an hour. But you can solve a single case in that time, and that's like an experience in its own right. The idea is to track Carmen's gang around the globe by picking up clues, interviewing witnesses and narrowing down suspects. Each case is essentially a short, self-contained mystery perfect for a quick play session. It's educational, it's fun, and honestly, catching one of Carmen's cronies in 45 minutes feels like an accomplishment in itself. So there you have it, 10 DOS classics you can finish in under an hour, plus a little bonus trip around the world with our gal pal Carmen. Short, sweet and just the right size for busy gamers who want the retro fix without committing to a 40-hour grind. Which of these quickfire classics have you played? And did you beat them back in the day? Let me know in the comments below. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like, bell and all the fun stuff, it helps more than you know. So thanks a lot for watching, take care of yourself and I'll talk to you soon.
A vile henchman.